Jeff Passan has just dropped a bombshell Dodgers free agency update as he has gone over the one move in specific the Dodgers need to make here in this offseason, while also talking about what the rest of the Dodgers' plans are and what really needs to change. And there are some very interesting reports of what he had to say in a recent ESPN article. We're going to be breaking it down here in this video, as well as going over what he said has to change and how this is going to manage to make Andrew Friedman's decision much more difficult than it would already seem. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into this Dodgers Digest video. Before we do jump into it, if you haven't already, be sure to hit the sub button. Join us here on the channel. It's 100% free, and with all of your daily Dodgers news coming out, you won't want to miss it. We're going to have daily videos coming out with every single thing related to the Dodgers, but let's get straight into this. And the first thing we need to do is pull up what Jeff Passan had to say. And going over with this, the Dodgers are not inclined to go 10 plus years on Kyle Tucker. They don't need Kyle Schwarber, and their return of 7 pitchers who contribute in 2025, along with River Ryan and Gavin Stone coming back from major surgeries, is a strength. So going into this, he started off by discussing what the return the Dodgers are getting, what is returning from last season, who missed out, and continued on by going over one name in specific, while already in just that, eliminating a few of the top names that we have already seen here on, at least, not just on the channel, but covered by a lot of different reports. But this here is the big part of what Passan had to say, and while they have plenty of room to maneuver for a trade, the most obvious move is to hope the second time's the charm in spending big money on a closer after Tanner Scott's disappearing act this year. Sign free agent closer Edwin Diaz. Now, this is a move that we've spoken about here on the channel before, and one that I love. Edwin Diaz, for as good as he is, as many teams are looking for his needs and his services, he is the guy that brings what the Dodgers need. They need that one elite reliever, someone that can live up to what Roki was able to do in the postseason, except we need to see it throughout the entire season. As you saw from Jeff Passan there, Tanner Scott was not able to do that, signed a major contract, disappeared. The Dodgers do not want to have that happen again, which is one big risk that they do run by going and taking a run at Edwin Diaz. And you're looking at how the bullpen right now is at least structured. Roki is here on Fangraphs, but was something that we're going to have a video on, tomorrow likely, and also what Andrew Friedman said here, and then we're going to show that here in a moment. This bullpen will not feature Roki Sasaki, but when you go through it, there are a few returns, one most notably being Brusdar Graterol, but I don't think anybody thinks at this point right now, he is going to make just that leap from return from injury to be a superstar closer. He will be important, he will be a leverage guy, but when it comes down to it, Edwin Diaz really is significantly over any name that is featured right here. And from what Andrew Friedman said, it's at least interesting to see what the plan is going to be in the bullpen. He says, I think for us, it was about trying to get his delivery back, this being Roki. I feel like we made a lot of progress on that. So for us, we're definitely viewing him as a starter and a really good one. And will contribute to work this offseason and put him in the best position to get ready for spring training to help us win again. So with Roki now being listed among starters here, and a guy like Edwin Diaz being available, it really does seem clear-cut that this is the move the Dodgers have to make. And the fact that Jeff Passan himself came out and already put this into the light among every other report, this may pivot the Dodgers' thoughts and kind of process to free agency to get a closer more than what it already was. And we know that it was already their main priority. But as you saw there from Passan as well, 10 years on Kyle Tucker is not something that I think they're really looking for as their 1A. Not necessarily saying it'll be a 1B or a 2A, but their 1A need right now is that closer. And there's no other way to describe it than Edwin Diaz brings it. And I mean, you look at a savant Once again, we pulled this up in the last video, so be sure to go check that out. But with Edwin Diaz, 2025 and 2023, those were, or 2022, excuse me, 23, he was out with an injury, but you look at what he was able to bring in those 2 seasons. Elite numbers. I mean, the percentiles show it themselves, but when you're looking at a guy with a fastball, a slider, it's about a 50-50 usage, and that is it. You need to have your good stuff, and having those percentiles confirms everything that we need to see, that Edwin Diaz is that closer. And you saw the bounce back he had from 2024 to 2025 after he did come back from a torn ACL. Started slow, but now he's back, and this is what the Dodgers are looking to continue getting, having that ability, while also looking for guys like Tanner Scott to bounce back, and that gives them even more of an elite bullpen heading into this with everything that we've already seen here from this team, and from not just Andrew Friedman with the bullpen decisions with Tanner Scott, but going forward, this is their one biggest need right now, and with that being confirmed from Jeff Passan, Edwin Diaz certainly seems like he's on the horizon, at least, to be in with this Dodgers organization. Now, when you're looking at the rotation as well, compared to the relievers, compared to the salary, we know it's not going to be a major issue for the Dodgers. They're looking to spend. We've seen reports of them saying whatever it takes to get a three-peat, they're going to do it. And with the relievers only having $47 million allocated from that payroll to them, not a whole lot. You think that the Dodgers are a team that spends so much on their entire bullpen? They have some high-paid players. But once again, going back to where we saw it and how things really look here, there's only a few names that are making a pretty penny, and adding another would only make this team better. It would only make this team get to where they want to be again. There is no loss in adding someone who can be in this lineup and help this lineup even when you're looking at Edwin Diaz at $18.3 million on his projection. He's 31 years old, but things are really at a very high point still. One of, if not the best season in his career, once again with 2022. And at this point right now, it certainly seems like something will be on the horizon with this, with Jeff Passan once again coming out and kind of describing everything that has gone on. Now, with this, I still don't think any move will be made until much later. We normally see winter meetings being that time where a lot of these managers, free agent targets, especially the top ones, start to go all out. So this is their big thing right now. I think they have a nice bit of time until these meetings to get things going, decide what they want to do, as that is really going to be their biggest kind of hump to get over. But Jeff Passan certainly thinks that one thing is clear, and that Edwin Diaz needs to be their top target. And when you're looking through the rest of the bullpen in free agency, there's a few names, but one stands clear, and one is really the youngest among some of these, and not necessarily the youngest, but one of the younger players here that will help out this team immediately and for the future. So I do have one question for you guys, and that is this. Do you want to see Edwin Diaz sign with the Dodgers? And let me know in the comments below why for yes and for no. But I also want to know, did you vote on that first one with Edwin Diaz, and did your opinion change over these past week or two from that last video and with everything new that has come out? Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm saying I think Edwin Diaz is a very important asset. I would almost say a must, but there are other good targets, but it would be a significant fall off from Edwin Diaz. So let me know what you think here in the comments below. That's all I got in this video, though. If you did enjoy, give it a like, hit the sub button as well. It's 100% free. We have a lot of content coming, so you will not want to miss it, but that's all we got. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day. See you later.